Hello everyone, my name is Kid Lee. First of all, I want to start this by saying it was probably a good thing that this announcement happened while I was at work and not at home. Because if I would have been at home, then this video would have been crazy and most likely filled with some very interesting language. Luckily, I've had a chance to cool down, and so we can try and talk about the disaster that just happened. If you haven't heard the news, EA announced today that they are shutting down Visceral Studios and their new Star Wars game. This is the Amy Hennig game that originally was supposed to come out the fall of 2018, but it looks like would have been pushed to Q1 of 2019. And I think this is corporate EA proving that they have no idea what people really want. So in the statement that got released today, they basically said that they're shutting all this down because people do not want a single-player, story-driven Star Wars game. And that, according to their market research, things are trending in different ways. Right? Right. Such BS at the absolute highest levels, right? We, as a Star Wars community, we have been waiting for that next single-player Star Wars game for a very, very long time. I mean, when was the last good one? Of course, it's up to your opinion. Was it the Force Unleashed series? Was it Jedi Academy, Jedi Outcast 2, or maybe even back to the original Coder games? Either way, it has been a very, very long time, and the fact that they were trying to put this together is, it was amazing. And there were so many people who were looking forward to this game. And then here on screen right now, here's Amy Hennig right here. This right here is the game that we are no longer going to have. This Amy Hennig, Doug Chang, and there's Doug right there. You can see they're working on the game right there. That's the game right there. They're working on it. But we are no longer going to get to see their vision. And instead, they've basically been stripped away. Again, here's the game. There's the game right there. Looks cool. Too bad we'll never get to play it. But I think the awesome powers of those two coming together for the first time for a Star Wars game, we just got robbed of an absolutely amazing experience at the highest levels. Now, if you don't know, Amy, she is actually responsible for the Uncharted series. If you've played that series, you know every single one of those games has won Game of the Year awards. It's a fantastic story, great action, and just overall a fantastic game and fantastic game series. So the fact that we may have actually gotten a Star Wars version of Uncharted, if you want to call it that, again, it's an absolutely shame that we're going to miss out on this. And the fact that EA is basically saying, no, people don't want these single-player games anymore. Instead, it's got to be multiplayer, it's got to be online, it's got to be filled with loot boxes and microtransactions. The way that the gaming industry is going right now is just absolutely insane. I don't know what these companies are doing. Nobody seems to understand it. It's just, I don't know. I absolutely do not know. Because all the rumors that have come out today since this announcement is that this is going to be potentially a Star Wars version of Destiny or something like that, which I don't know if that's going to be true or not, because we already know that BioWare is working on Anthem, which is going to be EA's Destiny clone. Would they really do two of them? I don't think so. And then the other concern that we've got is if they are going to truly do another Star Wars open world multiplayer game, whether it's like Destiny or like The Division or whatever, it's an MMO. And if they're going to pull out something like that with newer graphics, newer gameplay, it's going to doom SOTOR. I guarantee it. If any kind of big time MMO comes out, multiplayer game that's Star Wars, SWTOR is going to be in some serious trouble. Now, of course, you know, Battlefront 2, that doesn't count, you know. That's a very different kind of game. That is a first-person shooter, so you kind of set that one aside. But, you know, if it's a Destiny-type game or Division-type game with those MMO elements, you play with your friends, open world and all that, you know, RPG-esque, it's not going to bode well for SWTOR. I pretty much guarantee it. But it's just a shame. It's a darn shame. It's like, how many Star Wars games have to get canceled before we actually get one that we want? You know, 1313 was the last really, really big one that everybody was looking forward to that ended up getting canceled. Now, the really weird thing about this game, something they said today in the article, was that they're actually going to be taking assets from this game to put into whatever this new thing that they're doing. And, you know, a lot of that stuff is pretty basic. It could be, oh, we're taking the Stormtrooper armor and the blasters, and, you know, maybe they had a couple of planets made up already, and they're like, okay, we can kind of use these planets. And that's kind of what they're talking about as far as assets being moved, you know, from one place to another. But just, I know that when this story happened today, my Twitter blew up for like 2 hours. I spent about 2 hours on Twitter just absolutely going off, and it was absolutely insane. The fact that we're in 2017, EA has tried to put out, I guess, a plan for their future Star Wars content, which this video is actually part of that, and it seems like they still can't stick to it. And like I said earlier, they still don't know what we want. To say, oh, nobody wants a single-player experience. It's unbelievable. It's absolutely unbelievable. I mean, at this point, I don't know about you guys, but I would take an awesome single-player experience over some kind of more multiplayer mode stuff. I don't know. But I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about this. I had to make a little bit of a rant video on this to just kind of talk about this. And if people didn't hear about it, well, you've heard about it now. And it's just insane. I don't know what they're doing over there. I don't. And it's like, if they're going to get rid of Visceral, I mean, who's to say they're not going to get rid of BioWare? It's just, I don't know. I don't know. So yeah, I'd love to hear your comments. I guess this is the end of the video because I'm just out of words at this point. Out of words. Also, this what these guys are doing right here, this is really, really cool. They're mocapping. This is another Star Wars game that's in the works. Are they going to cancel this one too? Who knows? Who knows? All right, anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Everybody keep playing, have fun, and we'll see you next time.